What is up, everybody? Once again, it is time for Funko News, and I gotta tell you all, I must really love the community because I am so tired out right now. I had 2 exams this morning because this is the final week of my online courses, so I still got some work to wrap up, but I definitely wanted to go ahead and share the interesting announcements that Funko has released this week, and some things that I'm pretty excited about. So yeah, I managed to find the energy, and I really hope you all appreciate it. Make sure that you do drop a like on this video, definitely comment, you know, give me your thoughts about the information I'm about to share here. And yeah, you know, I just really appreciate the support from you all. So yeah, share the videos as well. Try to help out other collectors because, you know, the more I do this, the more I'm realizing there are a lot of people just getting into collecting that really need some help. They need some guidance. They need to be really brought into the community. So yeah, you know, share the video. Let people know to check it out. That's definitely helpful. Let's go ahead and get into the news here. So for starters, I got to address again Ferrara Market Incorporated. This is a website that if you haven't checked out before, I definitely want you to check out. I am going to link it down in the description again. They have a lot of Funko products, but they also deal with other companies, and they have, I should say they have a lot of products from other companies, including quantum mechanics, metals diecast, just a lot going on there. They have fidget spinners, fidget cubes, they have clothing as well, so it's just a lot of good stuff. Make sure that you do check out their website. And then they also do have a subscription box, the Ferrara box, which I did my first unboxing very recently for their Marvel box, so you can check that out on my channel. And then you might want to actually do a search on YouTube, check out Ferrara box unboxings, and you're probably going to see videos by Cat D, Mikey Rochester, Blind Bag Toy Addict, their subscribers as well. And I hope to see a lot more people checking out this box because the value is definitely there. It's $44, shipping included, and I did misspeak in my unboxing video, and I'm definitely sorry about that. I did correct myself on that in the last Funko News and also in the description of that video. So it's $44, shipping included. And a change that they just made here is that now that it is available for Canada is $65, shipping included. Of course, going across that border, you know, it's going to be a higher price. And I hope everybody realizes that it's not so much about distance. It's about being from country to country. You know, there's an exchange rate, there's customs, all those factors come into play. So in my opinion, still, the box is worth it. It's definitely good value. And next month's theme is tunes. I'm definitely excited about that, especially because I see they got Rick and Morty pictured there and Ren and Stimpy. And there is a chance for a Chase figure in the box. Usually it's 1 in 10, but like I said before, like the company let me know, it's actually going to be better odds next month. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's because there are a lot of animation related Chase figures out there. So really start thinking about all the things that could possibly be in this box. I definitely think it's worth it to check it out. Now, some of you might be wondering, you know, what's up with the Taskmaster that I got that was a double for me in my Ferrara box. Yes, I'm still gonna do that giveaway. I'm still waiting for that video to hit 100 likes. There are a lot of people that didn't go and like the video. I see a lot of people did watch it, but not a lot of people actually liked it. So it's got to hit 100 before I will do that giveaway. And by the way, those of you that entered it correctly, if you want a good laugh, go back and check out the last Funko News and just see how many people did not listen and put the hashtag on the wrong video. It's amazing. To me, it's kind of mind-blowing how many people did not really listen, and that shows that some people are just jumping through the videos instead of actually, you know, listening. So if they miss out on the giveaway, it's just better odds for those of you that actually do listen, and I do appreciate those of you that actually do listen and follow the directions for the giveaways. So moving on here to what is available right now, starting off with some things that you can get online. The Jimi Hendrix FYE exclusive is available. Of course, I will put the link in the description. And I want to stress to you all, whenever I share these figures, it's at the time of this recording that they're available. Now, they may sell out quickly, so that's why I always tell you all to act fast. Make sure that you get on it. Don't procrastinate. So also what's interesting here is that Amazon has made the Adolescent Groot available again. I know some of us have been saying Teen Groot, but I think they have it labeled as Adolescent Groot. So once again, that is available. I'll link that as well. And then from the Dark Tower, they have a variation of the Gunslinger, which is a Barnes & Noble exclusive, which you can find it online, but you have to be on the desktop, and I did check that to see if it's true. It absolutely is true. It will not show up on mobile or even on a laptop. I don't think it showed up for me. So yeah, you have to be on a desktop. I don't know if that's a security thing or what, but yeah, that's the way you have to get to it. And again, I will link all these figures down below. Also in stores, if you want to, I'm sure you can find these online and in some places as well. I know some people did some pre-orders for some of these figures, but these are starting to show up in stores. The new wave of WWE figures, which I would suggest strongly that if you're interested, you better get out there and start looking, because do keep in mind, there are 2 Chase figures in that wave. There's the Ted DiBiase $1 Million Man Chase figure, and then also an Iron Sheik Chase figure. And we all know how it is when new Chase figures come out. So again, if you're interested, you better call your Hot Topic at least and see what's going on. And then also the new Game of Thrones figures are starting to show up in stores as well. And I'm kind of singling out Hot Topic just because that's where these figures seem to be showing up first. I don't know, you know, they may be in other stores as well though. So a bit of interesting news here, and this is something else that you need to act fast on. I've mentioned Popcultcha.com before, especially for my international subscribers that are looking for exclusives. This is a website you can go to and find exclusives that we have here in the States. And for us in North America, some of the figures are restricted. We actually have to go to the stores in order to get them. But again, this is pretty interesting news here. They have a 20% off sale going on for Funko items, and it's running from right now when I just put this video up, so that is the 28th, and this is running until Monday midnight of the 3rd of July. So yeah, if you're interested, you definitely better jump on it and take advantage, because I think as the word spreads, a lot of people are going to go take advantage of it, especially because a lot of the exclusives from last year, and I'm talking about SDCC exclusives and New York Comic Con exclusives, are available on popcultcha.com, and this is what's really interesting. They are not restricted. So even us in North America, we can actually order these exclusives from last year. Again, 20% off. And then do keep in mind the prices that you see when you first go to the site. Those are the Australian prices. You do have to change up and you know, make sure you change it to US to see how much it will cost. And I think you're going to see that the prices are really good right now, so definitely take advantage of that, especially if you want any of those con exclusives from last year. Now on the Funko shop this week, on Monday, they dropped another mini Hikari. This one, to me, even though they call it the gold Hikari, it's basically the same as the clear, except that it does have gold glitter inside of it. So that's the difference there. Limited to 1,500 pieces at the time of this recording. It was still available. I do want you to look at the right side of the screen there. I know these are rough images, but it looks like they're going to run through the rainbow, basically, when it comes to these mini Hikaris of Freddy Funko, which I'm fine with. You know, I will look at them individually, though. I don't think I'm going to just try to snag all of them up. I'll look at them individually. But what's interesting to me is that on some of these, even though it's kind of tough to see, it looks like some of them are labeled as summer exclusives. So, you know, as I learn what's going on with that, of course, I will share it with you all if some of these are going to appear in stores or if they are going to appear somewhere other than the Funko shop. So, yeah, we'll keep our ears open. We'll see what happens there. Now, this figure here, I won't lie, when I first saw it, and this is actually appeared today, you know, a couple hours before I recorded this. So it threw me at first because I was like, okay, what is going on here? And then I realized, okay, this is Zodiac, you know, so it is Freddy Funko's birthday, the character's birthday. So yeah, he is a Cancer, which is represented by the crab, the animal there. So that's why he's in the crab costume, and he has the Cancer sash on. And then also he actually has the Zodiac sign there on this front as well. So yeah, this is something that Funko has started, a Pop Zodiac line. And this one, I'm not a Cancer. I'm not interested in this particular one. But, you know, for anybody that is a Cancer or somebody that knows somebody that's a Cancer, especially if you want to get them a birthday gift and they are a collector, I think that's pretty cool. And I look forward to seeing how the other Zodiac signs turn out, especially the Leo. I'm a Leo, you know, I can't wait to see a Freddy Funko like dressed up as a lion with the Leo sash or whatever they're going to do with it. I think it'd be cooler if they actually put like Leo on the crown. That's just me personally. But, yeah, that's going to be a must buy for me. I cannot wait to see that. Now, some people are going to have mixed feelings about this, and I don't blame them at all because people have had a lot of mixed experiences with Pop in the Box. So they are getting an exclusive. Now, they have a shadowy figure of, their Pop, and I cannot figure out what character that might be. You all let me know if you can make it out. Who do you think that is? What character do you think it is? At first, I was thinking Deadpool, but then that left hand of the figure looks like almost like a horror character, but it is holding a sword, so I really don't know what's going on. Again, you all let me know, what do you think is going on there? I guess we'll find out soon enough, and I definitely want to know, what do you think about Pop in the Box getting an exclusive, and what do you think about them possibly getting more exclusives? Like I said, I know some people have had some rough experiences, so especially those of you that have dealt with the company, I'm really interested to hear what you think about this. Now, Shenron I have shared before, but I just saw these images that I thought were pretty nice. A better look at the figure. And at the time of this recording, it has not been made available again on Galactic Toys website. I'll keep an eye on that and see what happens there. And if anybody knows about it, please let me know. If there's going to be another chance to pre-order this figure. I do want to stress this though. I'm not going to promote just any website, because there are some websites that basically try to grab a lot of exclusives from a lot of different places, but they definitely hike up the prices. So again, some of you may be seeing certain figures in certain places, but just for my channel, I'm going to be very cautious about what websites I choose to promote. Now we're in heartbreak territory once again here, people, and don't shoot the messenger. Remember, this affects me too as a collector. So when I first saw these figures here, I was like, okay, that's cool. A lot of good Looney Tunes stuff going on, Warner Brothers stuff going on. And then I noticed that up there in the upper left-hand corner, Funko Pop-Up Shop, which basically means that this is going to be a shop set up at the San Diego Comic-Con. That means you have to be there to get these. These figures are limited. Most of them are limited to 2,000 pieces, and there's some that I think are even less. So yeah, these are going to be very limited, and you do have to be at the convention to get them. So again, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's the case, and I know that's definitely a heartbreaker for some people that were interested in that Mr. Hyde and Bugs Bunny. And I hate to see what the resale pricing is going to be on these figures. I know it's going to be through the roof. But for anybody that is fortunate enough to go to the San Diego Comic-Con, I do have the information there at the bottom of the screen. You can pause it and check it out if you need to, of where and when you need to, be in place to get these figures, or, to possibly get these figures here. And this is not all of them. We do have some more here, including some Rock Candy figures and also a Dorbz 4-pack of some pretty popular Hanna-Barbera characters. Now, what's interesting here to me is that there's only 2 boxes I see out of all these figures that don't have a limited number on them, that don't show how many pieces will be available. And that is Wilma and Betty from the Flintstones. So I'm wondering if there is a chance that these will appear somewhere else. I'll definitely keep my ears open and see what's going on with that. And if I learn anything, of course, I will share it. We're not quite out of heartbreak territory yet, because again, another convention, the Disney Expo, is coming up, D23, and you do have to be there to get these particular figures. Now, these are cool to me. I don't know if there's anything that anybody would look at this and say, oh, that's a must-have, but I think they are cool though. So they have Han Solo with Tauntaun, which this time is a Dorbz ride. It did confuse me at first because I only glanced at it and I was like, wait a minute, they did that already. Then I took a closer look and I realized, okay, this is the Dorbz ride version of it. So they also have a Star Wars 3-pack, which includes Greedo, Walrus Man, and Snaggletooth, or is that a name? Yeah, I think it's Snaggletooth. Yeah, so if somebody correct me, Star Wars fans, if I'm wrong on any of those names. But yeah, that 3-pack will be at this expo as well. And then from Guardians of the Galaxy, they have 2 Dorbz 2-packs. So they have Gamora and Drax together, which makes sense to me, especially with the tension between them in the first movie. And then they have Rocket and Star-Lord together, and of course they're in their prison suits that they wore in the first movie, so I think those are pretty cool. And then they have a red She-Hulk Rock Candy figure, and I want to say that's actually a different pose from the regular She-Hulk, the green She-Hulk, but I can't even remember for sure off the top of my head. I have to take a look back at that later on. I want to say it is a different pose though. But I think that's a nice color scheme. Again, me personally, though, I don't feel like anything here is a must-have. And I do want to stress this. I know that for some people it's kind of heartbreakers that some of these exclusive figures will probably be out of reach. Just keep in mind that's a part of collecting. That's part of what helps Funko to remain, you know, with value to them, you know, to keep the prices up on certain figures. So if you want your personal collection to maintain some value, you got to realize there's going to have to be some exclusivity within the Funko lines. That's just the way it is. Now, getting into things that, you know, will be a little easier for us all to find. For Buffy fans out there, there will be a Buffy and Willow rock candy figure, and these are up for an August release. And funny enough, I actually still see in just one particular store, they still have a couple of the Buffy pop figures, which is kind of surprising because I know that is an older pop, but yeah, there's one store in my area that actually still has it. Fox in Socks, this is the flock version. The common has actually been out for a while. I'm kind of surprised that this one is going to GameStop. Most of these flocked Dr. Seuss figures have been going to Barnes & Noble. But yeah, this one will be a GameStop exclusive, up for a late July release. Now, the Game of Thrones Dorbz here, I'll be honest, you know, I've said this many times before, I'm not a Game of Thrones fan. I'm not familiar with all the characters here. Of course, I hear the name Jon Snow, and I've heard the name Melisandre around some because I think she had a pretty nice exclusive out a while back. So these Dorbz figures here, which are up for an August release, of course, the one that I think is catching some people's attention right now is that there will be a Melisandre chase, and you see the ratio there, 1:6. And it is, you know, a glow in the dark. That's really the only difference with it. The mold and everything and the design is the same. But yeah, it will be a glow in the dark chase figure. So, like I always say when it comes to hunting down for chase figures, keep in mind that the boxes look the same other than the stickers. So if you're kind of glancing through boxes, make sure that you actually take the time to look at each box closely, because you could very easily overlook a chase figure. Still with Game of Thrones here, they have the Daenerys and Brienne of Tarth, and I hope I'm saying these names correctly. They have these rock candy figures up for an August release. I think the Daenerys one looks very cool. You know, her with the dragon resting on her hand. I think that's pretty cool, or resting on her hand or wrist, whatever you want to say there. But yeah, pretty cool designs in my opinion. But I think people that follow my channel know by now, I'm just a fan of rock candy figures in general. Now this one here, the Jon Snow and Ramsay Bolton 2-pack, I know a lot of people have been wondering what's up with this one. It is still on track for a July release. There are some websites, including Pop in a Box, that actually does have it up for pre-order right now. So yeah, if you're interested, this one is definitely still on the way. Now this is why I basically had to dig deep and find the energy to make a video, because this definitely got me pumped. So on Marvel's YouTube channel, they have a series called Thwip, which of course is a Spider-Man reference, and they were able to reveal the Thor Ragnarok pop figures. I'm assuming there's going to be more than this. They revealed 7, but I really feel like, especially since there are more new characters being introduced in that movie, I expect to see more pops eventually, and also some variants of certain characters. We'll see what happens there. But the movie is releasing on November 3rd, and they said that the pop figures will release the same day. So that is pretty interesting. Usually the movie figures come out first, but yeah, this time they're saying the same day as the movie releases. We'll see if that actually holds true. So the first couple of figures here, you see that they have Loki. You know, this is just personal to me. I feel like Loki isn't quite Loki when he doesn't have the helmet on. So I really hope they do a variant where he does have the helmet, and that would definitely be the one that I would go for. They also have Jeff Goldblum's character, the Grand Master, who, by the way, if some of you may know the comic book lore, some of you may not, but he actually is the brother to the Collector from the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, who I really hope to see the Collector some more. That would be nice, because I feel like Benicio del Toro just didn't get to do nearly enough, and I really liked his kind of eclectic, kind of odd performance, but he just didn't get to do enough, and I'm looking forward to see how Jeff Goldblum is in this movie. And then Heimdall, you see him much more ready for battle there. I really like that action pose, and you see the cape flowing there. That just very cool looking pop figure, and that makes me actually want to go back and get the original one too. And then Hela, they actually have 2 versions of her. I think the main one, of course, people want to go for is the one with that really crazy headdress. I'm kind of wondering if they could even fit that in a normal pop box. They might have to, I don't know, kind of angle her a certain way or just use a different type of box. But I actually like both of them, and I got my fingers crossed. I'm really hoping, like, I know Cate Blanchett is amazing. She's an amazing actress. I just hope that the material is strong enough that she can be a memorable villain, because Marvel definitely needs more memorable villains in the, the MCU. And of course, I did not forget the main two draws for this movie, the major characters, Thor, of course, and Gladiator Hulk. Yes, yes, yes. I've been so waiting for that reveal ever since they first started hinting at the possibility of Gladiator Thor. Like, yeah, I'm really happy with that design. He does appear to be larger than the other figures. And by the way, I will link the reveal video down below so you can actually check out that video and get a better view of these figures. But yeah, he does appear to be larger than the other figures, but I don't know if he's officially a 6-inch figure or not. I really would. I hope so, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, and I may take a look back at that video myself. But regardless, I'm happy with the design. Really happy to see that figure. And also with Thor, I definitely feel like there's going to be a variant of him, because, I mean, that one there is all right. But yeah, I definitely feel like there will be a variant of him with him having the helmet and hopefully having the weapon and the shield that you see him there with in that clip. So yeah, gonna be interesting to see what happens with the Thor Ragnarok figures. Yeah, so that's gonna do it for this edition of Funko News. Not as much as usual, but of course this is just for the first half of the week. We'll see how the rest of the week pans out when I do my video at the end of the week. And by the way, I do want to remind you all, this final screen here, this is always the things that I'm interested in, things that I'm looking for. And I've had several people kind of reach out and say that they're interested in doing a trade, and they may have found something that I'm interested in. At the same time, though, there's just a bit of advice here. This is just my personal opinion. Whenever you trade with somebody, always be very clear about what you're looking for as well. It just makes life so much easier. I'm not a big fan of the guessing game, the back and forth. And by the way, I got to say this as well. Me personally, I don't tend to keep extra figures on hand to trade. That's why I really need people to let me know what they're looking for, because like I said, when I show you all my personal figures, they're my personal figures unless I flat out say this is for trade. That's the way I am. I know there are some people that get trade bait and they keep it on hand. I just don't tend to do that. So yeah, if you're ever interested in trading with me, and I would say with other people as well, be very clear about what it is you are looking for. It just makes the trading so much easier. That's my personal opinion. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this edition of Funko News. Don't forget to comment. Definitely don't forget to like the video, people, because I definitely, I dug deep for you all. Even though I'm exhausted from wrapping up my online courses, I really dug deep to get this news out there for you all. So don't forget to like the video, show some support. Definitely appreciate it. And I'll talk to you all again real soon.